Okay, the board meeting on April 27th, 2021 has been recorded now.
Thank you, Principal Chung, for always taking care of our technology needs. I'm grateful. I want to welcome everybody, board members, any parents who are observing and participating today as well. Let's begin with a roll call for board members. I'll begin. I'm Doug Hewson, board chair, present today. Next, Dr. Smith, would you acknowledge your presence as well?
Yes, I'm Dr. Jolene Smith, present.
And then Miller Zhuang, would you also acknowledge your presence? And I know Miller's here. We just might have to wait for him to go on Audible. We'll give Miller a moment. I know he's online because I can see, but having a little bit of trouble unmuted. So Miller, just weigh in when you get opportunity for that.
I'm here. Sorry, I'm just taking some. Yeah, okay.
Welcome. I knew you were here because we got to chat beforehand. Thank you. Well, with roll call completed, sometimes at the beginning of our time and sometimes at the end, we have public comments. And so let's open up for public comments. If you do have a comment, Principal Chung will recognize you. And we'll give you up to 3 minutes for your comment. Let's see if we have any at the beginning of our meeting. And again, we'll give an opportunity at the end. Any public comments? Would you address us in the chat so we know you'd like to speak? And we're doing okay without public comments at this time, and so we'll move on. We have 3 items for closed session, and so we're going to pause the current meeting and go into closed session. We'll return probably in about no more than 10 minutes for the public. And so Principal Chung, would you put us on pause and we'll go into closed session?
Yeah, hold on.
Okay.
Okay, now.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. And our board has completed its closed session agenda, passing all 3 items. We're going to now turn to a Pledge of Allegiance. And we could use the beautiful flag that I've prepared if I can share my screen. Would you be okay if I shared my screen, Stephen? Okay, I will, let's see, share a screen, and I will share this screen. And do you see, if you see a flag, great. And if you cover your heart, would you repeat after, along with me, the Pledge of Allegiance? And here we go. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance
to the flag
of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And I'll stop sharing screen now, and we're back. Okay. And moving on then, could I have a motion to approve the minutes from our prior meeting? We had all board members present, which was really exciting. Could I have a board member move for approval of the previous meeting's minutes?
I move that we accept the minutes from our previous board meeting.
Thank you. And a second, please.
I'll be second.
And all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And minutes are approved. Looking forward to this. We always love updates from our executive director, also our superintendent, Dr. Michael Scott. And I think it'll be supplemented by Principal Chung as well. But Dr. Scott, share with us these items in any order you choose.
Okay, I'll start then. Our first PTA board meeting will kickoff next Monday. We are excited that there are at least 16 parents who are interested in joining our PTA board. And I'm really happy that we do have parents who have experience running PTA in the past. So we are going to rely on their expertise and experience to help us to operate many different school events. Thank you.
Board members, comments and or questions. You did say 16, right?
At least 16, yes.
Wow, that is a great start of a team. Would you take a moment and just share maybe one or two of the ways that a principal relies upon the Parent-Teacher Association?
For example, school uniform, we will have our PTA to assist us to create different school mascot or logo on the t-shirt or even shorts or pants. And another example what PTA can help is to host annual event. For example, during each December, we will host a literacy week. We will invite the community members, such as firefighters, mayor, policemen, to come to our school to read to our students. That's just example what PTA can help us. Another big one would be Art and Science Day. Another one. There are many events that we will hold as we open our door in August. And the first and most important is that I know our PTA is going to step in and help us to get our classroom, library, and different room at our school campus ready. So, thank you.
Good job.
I'd like to add on that Stephen has worked really hard on the PTA and this grand opening ceremony. And we're really pleased with our office workers, Mary Beth, Jen, and Sunny Yu. They have great experience in organizing events. That's one of the reasons we were attracted to their competency. This should be a wonderful time for us to meet and introduce ourselves to the community and press.
Some of the, give us a vision of maybe some of the guests we might invite. Of course, our board will be prominent there, but who else would you love to have with us on our grand opening?
Well, of course, we want to honor the Orange County Board of Education, whoever can come. Without them, none of this is possible.
We hope to see Dr. Williams. That would be wonderful if he or one of the others could come and join us.
Yes. Also, we're hoping to have some people in our fundraising who are going to present gifts, and we have one already, 25,000 plus another matching 25,000. So if our parents give 25, it's doubled the first 25. So from the Hogue Foundation, I think we have a representative for them. And I'm sure there's going to be some other large gifts that we'd like to recognize as well.
Is it too soon to talk at all about some of the people that you are considering for an inspirational talk to the parents and children? We don't yet, but are you willing to at least talk a little bit about or hint a little bit about who we'd like to get?
Okay. One has been the former superintendent of one of the 10 largest districts in California who speaks Mandarin fluently.
Wow.
And that'll be exciting for everybody to receive a message in both English and Mandarin from someone so accomplished. And yeah, so if that works, cross your fingers, it'll be great. Fantastic. And we do see this as a great kickoff time to introduce ourselves again to the community. It will be one of the first events we do on campus because we'll have the keys, which we'll talk about a little bit later with our lease agreement. And it's a festivity, it's a joy, it's a celebration. And so as soon as we get the date locked in, we'll let everybody know and we'll start shaping the agenda together. And thirdly, you want to share with us an enrollment update, and it looks like something about the information packets.
Our enrollment update is we have all of our classes full, but still some room in 5th grade. So I'm hoping between now and the 1st, the 5th graders that hear about our music, dance, language programs will fill in the last 14 spaces.
Wow, 14.
Yeah, so we have 18. Anybody know a 5th grader that wants to not only come to us for 5th grade, but it'll be 6th grade, 7th, and 8th.
Right.
And really, they're going to be the leaders. We're going to count on them for so much. It'll be great leadership training as well.
Great.
So again, all of the classes are filled, but we do have another 100 on the waiting list.
Wow.
So July 1st, or we will pass out the packets from our location. Parents can come by, pick up their packet, fill out the information and turn it in. And then probably within about 2 weeks, that gives us a chance to look at, is everybody come in that said they were going to sign up? And then we can go to our waiting list to see if there's any spaces that have become available. Things change, people move. It's kind of exciting. We just signed up another 5th grader yesterday, so things are always moving.
Very good. Board members, any other comments or questions for Dr. Scott or Principal Chong?
Well, we did mention a little bit about your calendar. Wanted to know as soon as that calendar for the school year is established for even, holidays, those types of things, as well as major events, that will be posted on the website, correct?
It's already been posted on social media. And as the website is redone, will be posted there as well.
Great, wonderful, good. I just want to be sure and make those events. So I'm going to get those on my calendar as well.
Great. Well, we appreciate the update. Thank you both. And move to our consent calendar, which has, I believe, 2 items on it. One is the lease agreement we've been anticipating with Irvine Unified School District. And we'll have some discussion about it, and then we'll ask for a motion. Then following that, we have a board policy review that we've done over the donations and gifts. And it looks like thirdly, we'll get to, a contract with Raptor Technology, which we each received a copy of. Let's start with discussion about the lease agreement. Michael, would you qualitatively, or Dr. Scott, would you give us your qualitative analysis and how Young, Mini, and Core did on negotiating on our behalf? How satisfied are you with this agreement?
Well, the top lawyer in the state on Prop 39 and discussions was the one that we hired, Sarah Coleman. The only person who knows more about Prop 39 and agreements with district is her boss, Mr. Mini, the partner of the firm.
Hey.
So often there was a lot of new information that Sarah was privy to that she would explain and help the negotiations move forward. And it left a great taste in the mouth and hearts of Irvine. I think there's been an improvement in our relationship with Irvine Unified School District because of the high level of Young, Mini, and Core in dealing with their questions and helping through the negotiations. I'd recommend them to anybody. They're great. And as a result, I think we have a good agreement that we can all work with. I did meet with the staff at Irvine, and we worked out agreements for desks and chairs, tables, teachers' desk and chairs, so that our rooms are going to be stocked like a normal classroom in the district. Mm-hmm. I just thank you, Irvine Unified School District, for the respect that they gave our students and really professionalism dealing with them. But I do want to thank Stephen for literally hours of work in putting together our request and presenting it in a spreadsheet. the district, it really made the whole discussions much easier. And to Sonny, I know he worked with Sonny on that. It put us in a really good light to show that we understood what we were needing, and just the example that Stephen and Sonny created was awesome. One other thing, the price was reasonable, just almost what we had estimated in our budget. Just a little bit more, but nothing that we can't handle. And the facilities are awesome. I mean, we're looking forward to some extra work from Storyland that is going to make it a delight for the children to walk through the doors every day. And Storyland is already known for their work at Disneyland and Legoland and multiple other venues. And I know, Doug, I don't know if you're going to be able to touch on that, but they're great. So we're excited about that. We take possession July 1st, by the way.
Yeah, commences July 1st. And with the help of Storyland, which are environmental designers and creatives, we'll be able to put a wonderful themed approach to the entrance and make it everything that would excite children and parents as well. And so that's really good. Any thoughts or questions from board members for Dr. Scott about the lease? I'm very pleased with it as well, and have read through it multiple times, but especially the final copy. Any thoughts, board?
Not at this time.
Okay. I'll ask for a motion then to approve the lease agreement for our next school year with Irvine Unified.
I make a motion that we approve the lease agreement of the El Camino Real site between the IUSD and IIA to be approved. Yeah.
Okay. And a second, please. Thank you, Miller. All in favor then signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. And so we approve that lease agreement. Thank you, Dr. Scott. We'll have you go forward with approval of that. Second, we've written up with the help of, again, Stephen Chung and Dr. Scott, a really exhaustive and beautiful policy and related to gifts, the gifts that we would accept, how we would respond to the gifts, how the board would have a role on certain sizable gifts. We provided that earlier, and it's really well written. Now, it establishes our policy, but I just want to remind everybody, policies can evolve over time. So that's okay, but this gives us such a good foundation, and it sets the standard, in my opinion, that allows us to represent ourselves in a professional manner, respond with quality communications, and challenges really our staff to be the kind of organization that really warrants the kind of gifts that we've received already. Gifts in the tens and grants coming in maybe the hundreds of thousands of dollars. And so this policy, in my opinion, is really well written. Let's take a moment and see if either Dr. Scott or Principal Chung want to sharpen up anything that was especially important to them from their perspective. Then we'll talk about it as a board as well. Principal Chung or Dr. Scott, any comments on the policy that's been developed?
Stephen, would you like to say something? Okay, I'm happy with the work. I think we need to give thanks to Douglas Freeman, 30 years, a law professor at UC Irvine, for the work that he did tying us into this agreement for from his experience as leading the Orange County Music and Dance. Phenomenal work. We couldn't pay for that kind of work. So everything is really laid out.
I appreciate you giving credit where credit is due. This is both the results of his study of law procedure, but also, decades of work in nonprofit and what he's come to operate with in a successful way. And so thank you to Douglas Freeman for jumpstarting us on our policy for gifts and donations. Board, what thoughts or questions might you have for, could be me or it could be Dr. Scott or Principal Chung. I'm very, very pleased again with it. Good. I'm okay when there's not a lot of discussion, by the way, because it's really beautiful. The best part for me is it anticipates gifts even of the capacity of real estate and how to deal with those. What happens when we receive securities? You know, do we sell them immediately? It's really well thought out. And I know other board members with me have sat on boards and faced individual gifts where you weren't sure what to do with them. This spells it out for us nicely. So with that in mind, I have a motion to approve our board policy for gifts and school donations.
Yeah, I would like to move the motion for the school donation and then legally well prepared.
Thank you, Miller. And a second, please.
I do second.
Thank you. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. And we have our board policy for gifts and school donations. Thank you. And then lastly, there's a contract between IIA proposed and Raptor Technology. Dr. Smith, this is a good one for you. You brought Raptor to your school a number of years ago. Would you summarize for parents who may not be familiar with this, what Raptor Technology offers a school?
It does offer, the main thing is the safety, overall safety of the school. It identifies anybody who would like to enter the campus. It also does background checks immediately for any type of possible predator or anything, and also does go into any type of legal, let's say, custody battles, those types of things. All of that would be identified simply by any visitor who comes on campus, giving their driver's license, putting it into the Raptor system. The Raptor system then goes and does all of that screening very quickly, but then also gives a tag, a printed out tag to wear while they're on campus. So it gives a time in, time out. It is an overall great safety program that goes very quickly and yet really does aid in the overall safety of the campus.
Well, thank you. And I know the large school that you run has used that for a couple of years now. And so it's really neat for us to stay in pace with larger schools. Dr. Scott or Principal Chung, anything you would like to add about the advantages or benefits of the Raptor system?
I think parents feel, more secure if we have the system in place, because that's been always the top priority. School campus safety. Parents ask a lot of questions regarding that, how we are going to make sure our students are safe while they are on our campus. So having that system on our campus will absolutely help.
Yes.
Oh, wonderful. Any other discussion about Raptor system prior to asking for a motion? Michael, go ahead, or Dr. Scott, rather.
Dr. Smith,
Yes.
Does this program deal with foreign dignitaries that might visit if they don't have a driver's license?
That's a question that I would need to find out, but I'm sure it does. It's very advanced in all type of different background check for that. So yeah, I would like to see what that is. They'll have some type of a card, and I can do some manual plugins on the system as well to identify that. So I'm pretty sure it does, but let me check on that.
Okay.
Oh, great. Well, thank you again for making a relationship like this that just moves us into a very, very safe space. Any other discussion prior to a motion? Okay, I'll ask for a motion then for item number 3 to approve the contract between Irvine International Academy and Raptor Technology.
I make a motion that we approve the contract between IIA and Raptor Technology.
Thank you. And a second, please.
Second.
Miller. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And Motion passes. Thank you. Our consent calendar is complete. Now a chance for just open recommendations and or comments from our board for our superintendent or principal, or again, acclamations. I'm not opposed to that. We're all need some attaboys here and there, but board members, any comments for our leadership team?
Please.
Sure. Well, for one, I just want to continue to affirm that I believe the right people are in the right place. And especially as you have drawn the right staff, and as you've screened them, interviewed them, and brought them on to the team, that takes a lot of work and expertise to ask the right questions and to know the type of answers you're looking for. So so thank you for that information and also the hard work that you put into that. I'm looking forward to meeting the team, definitely.
Yeah, I very appreciate you put children's safety first. I think that is essential for all parents, and I think for communities concerned. So you are doing the fantastic job, and then also providing the update and the most advanced support system to improve education. I mean, Principal Chang and also Michael Scott, you are the blessing to the community. Yes.
Thank you, board members. And that hopefully just spurs them on to even greater work, because they're working hard, but they're accomplishing much every week. And we get the update once a month, but I assure you it's a daily basis. So that's great. We have time now for public comments. We've had a number of parents and guests participating with us. We always love to hear from them. In two ways then for public comments. If you do want to activate your chat area, parents, you can put a comment on the chat and it'll be read out loud, or you can just put something on the chat that you'd like to speak, and then we'll have you unmute and have you go for approximately 3 minutes. And so public comments, parents, your opportunity. And I'll afford just another handful of seconds here too. Sometimes it takes a while to master the technology. And oftentimes our parents are just so wonderful and supportive. They're just cheering us on. This will also be available, of course, for everybody to review the recording at their time. And they can always email comments in either to myself or to Principal Chung or Dr. Scott. Last moment for public comments.
Yes, we do have one. We do have one. Justin Train, please unmute yourself.
Yes, hi. I am Justin's mom. For the Raptor technology, is that going to be utilized for all the parent volunteers at school? And if it is, will there be a form that the parents fill out beforehand, and once they get approved, they're in the Raptor technology system, or do they just swipe their driver's license each time?
Could board member Jolene, Dr. Smith answer that?
Yes, I would love to. Thank you. I was just waiting to see if that's what you would like me to do. Yes. So the Raptor system, once you have been placed into the system by your driver's license, then you are officially in the system itself. And then it's a very quick process for that. We do check it. Like I said, it's very fast. You come in, you give your driver's license, it goes right through. And then the more you're in the system, it's a very, very quick process once you check into and through the office.
And I want to answer one of her questions. Yes, we do have our IIA fingerprinting form for parents to fill in.
Oh, yes, definitely needed.
Great question.
Thank you.
And of course, volunteering is going to be emphasized, of course. And when your children see parents involved in education, of course, it speaks volumes to them. And we're already in an environment where parents are going to be highly involved and cheering their children on. Great. Any others? Thank you, by the way, for that. Okay. Well, wonderful. That brings us. Yeah, oh, thank you. That brings us to our time of adjournment. Could I have a motion to adjourn?
Doug?
Yeah, Dr. Scott.
I just want to thank Stephen Chuang for producing our first survey of our parents.
Great.
And any parents listening to this later, I hope you received that survey. We need to understand better what you want us to do as a school. So we really would love your input and appreciate it.
Thank you for that reminder. And the focus of that particular survey is after school enrichment programs. And we would love to get every parent's opinion back on that as we finalize our plans then for after school, both daycare, homework completion, enrichment, and potentially music and dance. So yeah, thank you for that reminder. Great, then could I have a motion for adjournment of our meeting?
Stephen has another comment.
Oh, Stephen, would you please? Thank you.
I just sent all of our parents an email to remind them that even though if they know they are not going to participate the after school program, but we still need them to fill in a survey because part of the survey include the questions regarding their children or child's current proficiency of English and Mandarin. Yeah. So we do need to share that survey with our grade level teachers, and our teacher will use the data when they divided students into small groups before we open in August. So I will remind our parents again to finish that survey by Friday. And then we will have the information in advance before we open our school, and we'll be ready when students come in August.
Oh, thank you for that reminder, especially for all the parents of the importance of all aspects of the survey. Oh, wonderful. Well, it's been great seeing everybody. It's been a great night, an efficient night as well.
Oh, yes. We have Justin Train raised hand again.
Oh, wonderful.
Since this is a new year for the entire school, will the school consider possibly like maybe the week before school starts to maybe meet with the teacher like for a student and teacher assessment like they normally do in kindergarten when you enter kindergarten or TK in the public schools?
I can answer that question. We would love to, but we still have to wait until the school is open because our teacher have a contract. We cannot ask them to start working before the contract begin. So
I'll just, may I add this, Stephen, as well. Our teachers will be back on campus prior to the opening of school. And so if there's opportunity to meet the children at that time, of course, yeah, so.
Ideally, that'd be great, but we do want parents to know that we want to get everything ready for our students when they come on August 19th. We don't want our teacher to feel overwhelmed. So parents, we do need your patience. We know that you would say, oh, the Irvine Unified School District can do this, but remember, we're a brand new school. We are not as well as established like Irvine Unified. They've been here for more than 30 years, and we just started. Thank you.
That's just a good balance, especially to protect our teachers a little bit so they get off to a great start. But we'll do all we can, and boy, there's going to be a lot of excitement. But yeah, we're in year one, and so I love that that word patience. If we're all patient with one another, we're going to see fantastic things happen. So, well, thank you again, everybody, for participating. Then could I ask a board member for a motion for adjournment?
Yes, I move that we adjourn today's meeting.
And a second, looks like by Miller. Thank you. And all in favor, signify by aye. Aye.
Aye.
And that brings our meeting to a close. And again, it'll be posted online. Thank you, everybody. Have a great evening.
Okay, I'll stop the recording now.